They are taught from birth that America is the enemy, that Americans are bloodthirsty imperialists who want to destroy their nation, that the United States is the reason North Korea suffers. Every single day, in schools, on TV, on posters plastered across every wall. But here's what nobody tells you. When North Koreans actually meet Americans, or escape and discover the truth, their reaction is nothing like what you'd expect. This is what North Koreans actually think of America. From the moment a North Korean child can speak, they learn one thing. Mije nom diul. It means American b****. It's not a slur. In North Korea, it's just a fact, like saying the sky is blue. In schools, children draw pictures of American soldiers and stab them with pencils as part of classroom exercises. There are government-sanctioned cartoons where the villain is always American, hook-nosed, violent, stupid. The Korean War, which North Korea calls the Fatherland Liberation War, is taught as a story of American genocide, of napalm dropped on innocent civilians, of biological warfare, of mass murder. And here's the thing. Some of that isn't entirely wrong. The US dropped more bombs on North Korea during the Korean War than it dropped in the entire Pacific theater of World War II. Entire cities were flattened. So the hatred isn't built on nothing, it's built on real history, twisted, weaponized, and amplified into something that controls 25 million people. But then, something happened that Kim Jong-il never anticipated. USB drives. In the early 2000s, smuggled USB sticks started crossing the Chinese border into North Korea, loaded with South Korean dramas, American movies, Western music, and North Koreans, risk of death and all, watched them in secret. They saw Americans laughing, eating, living in houses with refrigerators full of food. They saw American cities, the skyscrapers, the cars, the supermarkets. One defector named Hyonseo Lee described watching an American film for the first time and being completely confused. She couldn't understand why the American soldiers in Hollywood movies were the heroes, because everything she'd been taught said they were monsters. The USB drives didn't just bring entertainment, they brought doubt. And in North Korea, doubt is the most dangerous thing in the world. Here's where it gets fascinating. Researchers and journalists have interviewed hundreds of North Korean defectors about their perception of America before and after escaping, and the results are stunning. Before escaping, almost universal hatred, genuine, deep, visceral hatred of America. Not performed, real. One defector named Yeonmi Park, who has spoken at the United Nations, said she genuinely believed Americans ate children. That was what she was taught. She believed it completely. Another defector said he joined the military specifically because he wanted to kill Americans someday. He meant it. But then, after escaping, something shifts. The hatred almost universally collapses. Defectors describe a specific moment, a moment of realization, where everything they were taught falls apart at once. For some, it's seeing an American city on TV for the first time. For others, it's meeting an American human being who is just a person, smiling, offering food, being kind. Yeonmi Park describes arriving in South Korea and watching American news, and seeing Americans criticizing their own government on live television. In North Korea, criticizing the government means a prison camp. She said she couldn't process it. Her brain couldn't make sense of a world where that was allowed. The most common word defectors use to describe their post-escape feelings about America? Curious. Not love, not immediate admiration, just curious. Like seeing a creature they were told was a monster and discovering it's just human. But what about the 25 million still living there right now? Analysts who study North Korea say something interesting is happening inside the country. The younger generation, those who grew up with smuggled USB drives and black market culture, have a genuinely split perception of America. On the surface, they perform the hatred. You have to. It's survival. In school rallies, they chant death to America, they stomp on American flags, they participate in anti-American theater. But privately, many are fascinated. American basketball is secretly popular. American music leaks through. American brands, even just the concept of them, carry a strange prestige in the underground markets. Kim Jong-un himself, educated in Switzerland, almost certainly knows the truth about America, which raises the darkest question of all. Does he hate America, or does he just need his people to? 25 million people wake up every day believing America is the enemy, not because they chose to believe it, but because they were never given a choice. And the ones who escape, who finally see the truth, don't feel anger toward Americans, they feel something far more heartbreaking. They feel cheated. Cheated out of a version of the world they were never allowed to know existed. If this video made you see the world differently, share it with someone who needs to hear this.